Good morning, everyone. It's nice to have you with us today. This is Barry Heads with Sharp Counsel, and I wanted to talk today about what I call the long game. Let me start like this. The greatest leaders in the 21st century think long term. It doesn't matter whether that's art, whether that's technology, whether it's politics, law. The greatest leaders in the 21st century think long term. You can take your pick. You can easily take your pick. They think long term. If you're playing short term in leadership, you've lost. There is there is a fable that I've been thinking about lately. It's one of Aesop's fables, and I'll read it to you. It's called The Ant and the Grasshopper, and it goes like this. One bright day in the late autumn, a family of ants were bustling about in the warm sunshine, drying out the grain they had stored up during the summer. When a starving grasshopper, his fiddle under his arm, came up and humbly begged for a bite to eat, "What?" cried the ant in surprise. "Haven't you stored up anything away for the winter? What in the world were you doing all last summer?" "I didn't have time to store up any food," whined the grasshopper. "I was so busy making music that before I knew it, summer was gone." The ants shrugged their shoulders in disgust. "Making music, were you?" they cried. "Very well. Now dance." And they turned their backs on the grasshopper and went on with their work. And the moral of the story is there's a time for work and a time for play. It's basically talking about thinking long term. So as we transition, I wanted to add a few more things. Thinking long terms take Thinking long term takes work. And the trouble we have in life and in leadership is that working is hard. We have a tendency to be lazy, to procrastinate, to have fear show up in our lives. But working is quite a bit challenging. So I'll say that again. Thinking long term takes work, and the bliss of laziness leads to the cost of long term productivity. With that being said, let's do a few things. Let's develop a plan, let's be patient, and let's stick to it. Now, after you develop something of value, have two or three advisors take a look at your plan. Okay. I can't tell you the value of seeking mentors. Some of them are great, some of them are not so great. So take your time in seeking mentors, fill it out, give it a couple months, give it some time. But mentors are great. And don't worry about the time and the failures you have with certain mentors. That's okay. The mentors that are great, that stick with you, they will save you money, they will save you time, they will save you mistakes, and you'll develop great relationships. So take time to find a mentor. And the last thing before we go, an action step for you to start working on today is to make a list of 100 goals for yourself. I wouldn't ask you to do something I don't do myself. I did this when I was 26. So years have gone by now. But this sharp snippet is called the long game, what I want everyone listening to do is take a moment to make a list of 100 goals you want for your life. That could be relational, personal, career wise, health, financial. You can include all of that in your 100 goals. Now, it may take you a day to complete, it may take you 6 months, it may take you 18 months to complete. I did it in, I believe, less than 9 months. It was definitely less than a year. But get it done. It might take you one day, and this will get you thinking long term. Okay. So thanks for tuning in again. This is Barry Heads with Sharp Counsel. Take care.